Hola, hola. It's your girl Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start reclaiming your confidence. Start standing in your fully expressed self. As you are, as is, no filter needed. You are fucking awesome. I am here to remind you I'm a confidence coach and I'm a bold stand for confidence, and I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Hello, my friends. Do you love my little intro I did? It's a bit fancy, schmancy. Watch out. I had a few minutes to kill the other day while I was waiting for my kids, and I thought, let me mess around with this. There's a bit of an outro as well, so wait until the end. Watch out, getting fancy on you. Anyway, hello and welcome back to the podcast. I'm super excited to be here like I always am. And today's podcast episode is a juicy one. And it's actually one that I tried to do a long time ago and it got too long and crazy, and I don't edit anything I do. Not because I'm trying to be cool, but I don't have a team and I don't have the time. And you know what? If it's just a one-take thing with me, because usually what I have to say is pretty direct and I like thinking on my feet. So this podcast is all about how to stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Part 1. I don't know how many parts this is going to be. I have a feeling it's going to be like 3 to 4 parts because it's such a hard thing. It is not a one way thing. It's difficult. We are born into this mind of ours that has conditioned us to really, keep up with the Joneses, whoever those freaking people are, to worry about what people think, to please people, to please our parents, to fit into society. And it's exhausting. And I think this is the era. It's the era of information, and it's the era of us stopping this and not giving a shit anymore. And, I see women waking up to the bullshit of like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I don't give a damn. I'm not going to shave my legs. I'm not going to do my makeup to go to the supermarket. More and more I'm hearing stories about us really allowing to be who we are and not give a shit what people think. But we got a ways to go. And so I want to talk about in these series of podcasts how you too, like I, can lose the need to be liked, the need to, have approval from people external that you don't know, and stop giving a fuck what people think about you, because it limits you. It limits you because you're not living life how you want to live it on your terms. You're not doing the things you genuinely and truly want to do, and sometimes not do. Sometimes it's say no. When that podcast I did about be kind, say no. If you got issues with people pleasing or saying yes when you should say no, stop this tape, stop this and go listen to that, because that was a hit. I got a lot of beautiful feedback. But basically, not giving a fuck what people think, going for the things you want to go for, and being who it is you want to be in the moment, whoever that is. You are ever changing, as am I. So here's the thing. Today, I want to address the part about judgment. It's a little bit, it might shock you, it might not shock you. You might already know this, you might be surprised. But one of the biggest parts that has to do with you caring about what people think about you is judgment. Now, I'm going to be careful as I say this because I don't want to offend you. I don't want to piss you off out there. But I do want to give you some truth serum. And judgment is a major part about why we give a fuck what people think about us. I'm not saying that we on purpose judge people, but it's definitely been something that we have been conditioned to do. It's definitely something that we do unconsciously. And some of us do it consciously. And that's called gossiping, right? Some of us know that we be judging the shit out of people when we watch reality TV, and that we be judging the shit out of, people that we work with or went to school with, or people that we see on the streets or whatever, right? So judgment is a major part of our lives, of our society. As human beings, it's a big part of our lives. And here's the thing. Let's say that you really want to change your career. This is a bit of questioning I got recently about, someone's changing their career and they're worried about what people think, judgment, what their family's thinking. They have a feeling like they're going backwards. And this woman sent me this question on Instagram. And so I am addressing that. Let's address the judgment, and I'm going to use that as an example. So you are in a career, you want to change careers or change job roles, right? So here's the thing. The fact that you inside of yourself, for whatever reason, got triggered to want to shift and want change, you need to trust that. Something in your intuition, in your gut, in your stomach. Gut stands for give up thinking, right? Something inside of you is telling you, you know what, we're done with this. Let's move to something else. Hopefully your other career was making you bored or was making you feel like, no purpose, or was making you not feel inspired. And now you're moving in towards something that you're excited about or you think you're going to like, right? So you're going to change careers. But what happens? You're worried about what people are going to say about you, because what if the career fails? What if your business fails? What if the idea doesn't do well? What if it goes to shit? Or what if you succeed and you make a fuckload of money and you're unrecognizable because you're so successful? Then what will they think of you, right? So here's where the judgment portion of this comes in. You don't purposefully do this, I don't believe, but because in the past this has come across in your world where you've seen somebody change jobs, fall flat on their ass or flat on their face, and it didn't work out for them, and you or somebody were like, how stupid, didn't you see that wasn't going to work? Or you're watching television and someone does something and you go, oh my God, that lady, she annoys me. God, doesn't she know blah, blah, blah? Or a girlfriend of yours changed jobs and it went to shit and you saw it and you heard about it. Or your ex-boyfriend's, lover did something and you went, see bitch, you suck. So for example is somebody that you know in your world has had this happen to them, and maybe you had a little bit of judgment about it. Maybe not consciously, maybe super consciously, but you had something to think about and something to say about what that person was doing. I guarantee y'all, listen to me. You might be like, no, I don't judge people. Listen to me. I judge people. You judge people. We judge people. It's part of being a human condition. Now, I catch myself about to judge people and be like, girl, you about to judge her. Okay, shit. Okay. And I catch it. So now I can stop it only because I have the awareness that A, yes, I do. B, humans do. And C, I'm about to do it right now. Oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? Or, oh, I just did it. So watch in your world where you judge people and with what. I had a client that we were talking about, a job she wanted to go for, and, in her eyes, this celebrity was doing a shit job at that job. And I'm like, you're judging that celebrity. Guess what? That celebrity doesn't give a fuck about your judgment. They're a celebrity. They're doing their damn thing. Maybe you don't like how they do it, but they doing what you won't do because you're too scared. Do you know what I'm saying? So just look for where in your life you are judging someone. Because believe me, if you are fearful of somebody judging you, because that's what it is, you're fearful of what people are going to think about you, because what if you fail, and what if they talk shit, what if they laugh at you and make you feel bad or make you feel whatever. Nobody can make you feel anything. You have to jump in with that feeling and say, yeah, I'm going to allow myself to feel stupid. I got another podcast coming out that's going to be called The Truth About Confidence, and it's all about, if you want to be more confident, if you want to not give a fuck what people think about you, if you want to not fear things, if you want to be successful in something, you have to be willing to experience shame, guilt, stupidity, feeling dumb, looking dumb, failing, whatever the fuck, all those negative emotions. You have to be willing to experience them. You have to look forward to experiencing guilt, shame, embarrassment, feeling stupid. Because that's the way it comes. You go through all of that shit, and then on the other side you go, I'm still alive. The words they said can hurt me. They're wrong about me anyway. Who cares? Anyway, let's keep it rolling. And you worry about your own backyard, and you do your own thing to improve yourself, and you stop caring about what people think. And here's the thing, judgment will stop you, because we have this condition in our brain. We all do. 2 million-year-old brain, fucking old-ass brain. And what happens, our brain is trying to keep us safe, trying to keep us in survival mode, because it still thinks you're about to walk down to the river and get eaten by a saber-toothed tiger. That shit's not happening to y'all. I don't know where you live, but if you're listening to me in a first world country, that's not happening to you. So our brain is designed to look for the fear, look for change, look for anything in the environment that may be scary. Do you know what your brain thinks is scary? Change. change like is the worst thing that you could do for your brain, because it wants to run programs and it wants to categorize shit and it wants to keep you safe. So you going, I'm going to change careers, your brain's like, yo, what are you doing? That's crazy. Don't do that. Oh my God. It starts freaking out. Your brain is designed to look for what's not right. It's looking for something to worry about and something to fear, like a fucking dinosaur, saber-toothed tiger. Or in 2018, this is my theory, by the way, in 2018, it's looking for what? What's not right. How do we know what's not right? What have you been conditioned with? Fat is not right. Cellulite is not right. Pimples are not right. If you got wrinkles and crow's feet, that's not right. If you look like you're aging, that's not right. If you don't have a lot of money, you don't wear Gucci, and you don't have a fucking Benz, that's not right. So your brain, however your brain was conditioned, is looking for what's not right. And if you think you're ugly, you're not good enough, you're not skinny enough, you're not tall enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not smart enough, you're not whatever enough, that's what it's looking for. And it fucking finds it, believe you me, because you find the evidence you need. And so what if you're looking at yourself, looking at what's not right when you look in the mirror and you find it, oh, a pimple, oh, wrinkle, see, I'm old, oh man, I don't have natural beauty, oh man, when I don't wear makeup, I look like shit, or whatever it is you look for and you see, when you look onto other people, how can you not do the same thing? How can you not? Or vice versa. If you look at somebody in the street and you're like, really, she picked those shoes to wear? Or, oh my God, her voice is so annoying. Or, oh my God, her podcast, it's a bit shit. There's no intro. Then when you go to do a fucking podcast, you worried as shit about what people are going to say about yours, because you're so concerned about getting it right and making it perfect, because God forbid someone does something imperfect, that's not okay in your book. So then you can't do nothing imperfect for yourself, because that's not okay in your book. I am telling you, this is a real thing, y'all. Judgment will kill you. Judgment is a motherfucker. Right? It is. It's shit. I used to judge speakers. I used to judge, public speaking. I used to judge all that shit. Back in the day when I was a shit friend and I had all this pain and shit I didn't heal, I was an asshole. I know y'all think I'm amazing. I was a fucking asshole friend. I was an asshole kid. I was angry. I had a lot of shit from my childhood. And for me, it was anger. I fought people. I beat bitches up on the bus. I just went crazy, and I'm so lovely and I'm a mother and I love women now, but I was crazy, that was my outlet. And it wasn't right at all, but that's how I let it out. So back in the day, I would judge people. And you know why? Because they were pushing my insecurities. They were being what I couldn't be. They were doing the shit I was too scared to do. Anybody that pushes your fucking buttons like that, you either got that shit in you or you used to, and you can recognize it. And I talk about this all the time, and everybody talks about this. Any teacher, any speaker, any NLP person, Tony Robbins, all these people. If you spot it, you got it, right? If you could see it in me, it's because you have it too. So if you think I'm amazing and hilarious and, you think I'm inspirational, baby, you are amazing, hilarious, and inspirational. You just haven't decided to stand in that greatness of yourself. Y'all hear that rain? It's raining in Melbourne, and I'm getting a bit sick. Damn it. But you hear me, like, if you see it, like, I love Oprah. I see Oprah as inspirational, amazing. I love Oprah. Why? Because I have Oprah-ness inside of me. I have her tendencies. I also can't stand, gossip, and I can't stand people who think they're the shit and people who talk shit about other people. Why? Because I used to do that. I had that in me as well. That's how I can recognize it so easily. So if you see something in someone and you don't like it and it gives you charge, just know you got that shit or you had that shit, and that's how you can recognize it. And if you see something amazing, you also have that too. Right? So judgment is huge. And I'm not saying you're never going to judge. That ain't going to happen. But what you can do is you can catch it. You can first of all become aware of what you're doing. Awareness is consciousness. Become conscious. Become aware. Pay attention to what you're doing. And then you have choice. Shit, I'm judgmental. Oh shit, I'm judging this person. Shit, that's why I'm too scared to do this, because I'm judging the people that are doing it. Man, I need to let that shit go. And by you thinking that and saying that and allowing yourself to catch yourself, you start to let it go. Then you start to create space in your mind. Instead of doing your old reaction, you have a choice and go, do I want to judge someone again? No, I don't. That's not nice. And I don't want to feel like people are judging me. Let it go. And then don't do it. And then all of a sudden you don't do it. It's practice and it takes a lot of work, but if you really want to do it, you can. I can, you can, I have. I catch myself. I'd be like, ooh. There was a man the other day while I was doing a podcast, or I was doing a video or something in my car, and he was messing around with his nose, and he did something that I perceived as nasty. And it's how I perceived it as nasty. And I was about to judge him. And then I was like, no, that's the way he wants to deal with his nose and his situation. Chill. Who the fuck are you to tell him what he wants to do? Why are you judging the man? Leave him alone. He wants to clean his nose. However he wants to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's hilarious. And then I just laughed at myself. You hilarious human, you. And then let it go. And that's it. You know, like catch it, watch it, stop it, let that shit go. And go for what, like, you will not get more confident in the thing you fear unless you do the thing you fear. Like, I'm sorry, that's it. Like, that's the only way. Like, how do you stop giving a fuck what people think about you? Stop judging, and then we'll do part 2. But bits of part 2 is, then go fucking do it. Go do that thing that you're fearful of. Because you'll see that you get better and better at it. And there's no way you're going to get better if you choose not to do it. So watch your judgment. I'm serious, y'all. This world, I mean, Maya Angelou is so beautiful and amazing. Rest in peace. She is amazing. And she talks about gossip and she talks about negativity. And I talked about it already in the podcast. And it's that. It's like judging someone else for being a human and being brave and trying to... Everybody's doing the best they can with what they have. Everybody. Murderers, killers, fucking everybody, y'all. With what they know in their mind, I'm pointing to my head as I say this. They're doing the best that they can. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's purposefully trying to fuck it up. They're doing the best that they know. And a lot of people have had different upbringings, different backgrounds, different, conditioning, the best that they can. You are doing the best that you can with what you know. And the best thing about information and knowledge and educating yourself is you can't unlearn shit. And once you know it, you're like, shit, I know that. So my invitation is check your judgment at the door. You cannot go forward into a business, into creativity, into flourishing, into making money, having abundance, impacting others, helping the world. You cannot with judgment. You can't. I'm telling you, it's not going to serve you. So check your judgment. Part 1 of how to stop giving a fuck what people think about you is check your judgment. Because I guarantee somewhere you're judging. Because if you weren't, you wouldn't give a fuck. You'd just go for it. You wouldn't care what people think. The reason we care, part 1 is judgment. All right? So enjoy this. I hope this serves you. I'm going to keep it rolling with part 2 and et cetera, et cetera. I don't know how many parts we'll have, but we're going to talk about it until I feel like it's complete for me, because I really want more and more of us to embrace not caring so much what others think, because it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. This is your world. You're unique. You're amazing. You are here with your own narrative and your own view on life. And the world needs you the way you are, as you are. And the world needs me, and the world needs that person and that person. It's important that you go off there and do what you want to do and not let fear hold you back. All right, y'all. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for listening. And I will talk to you soon. Also, sorry, I do want to say this. I forgot to say this. When people judge you, it's not a reflection of you, it's them. For example, if somebody listens to my podcast and goes, oh my God, I can't believe she records her podcast in her car, and you can hear her e-tag and she's in her car and you can hear the car and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't give a shit, because I know they're not talking about me and my podcast. It's a reflection of them and what they think and what they think is acceptable and how they see the world and how they think podcasting, air quotes, should be, and how that's wrong and you got to follow the rules of podcasting and rah, 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 and like, that's all their shit. You know what I mean? So it's all their shit. So when someone's judging you, it's never you. And vice versa. If you're judging someone, it's never the person, it's your shit. Drake says it best in his song. I don't remember what song it is, but he goes, I am a reflection of all of your insecurities. And I fucking love that. I'm like, go Drake. That is the jam. It's so true. So know that. Like, nobody can hurt you. It's all their shit. Judgment is not about you, it's about them, and it says a lot about them and where they're at. Hence why I'm trying to tell y'all, stop judging people. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate your time, your ears, your support, your love, your questions. Please connect. If you would love to send me a voicemail, you can do so on Anchor, or you can head over to Instagram at The Queen of Confidence, or Facebook at The Queen of Confidence, and hit me up. Or if you're not on Facebook or Instagram, email me, yo. My email is erica@thequeenofconfidence.com. I cannot wait to hear from you. I thank you. I love you. This podcast is for you. Go out there and be great, y'all.